Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is FPL Meerkat and today I've got my Game Week 10 team selection for you guys. But before I get into that, let's have a look at how the team did in Game Week 9, and it was a huge green arrow for me. I'm really happy with how the Game Week went. I was not confident going into the Game Week 9 team, but yeah, an absolutely massive green arrow there from about 730k to about 280k. A really nice green arrow there. Going through the team, an absolute just holes everywhere, returns everywhere. It was an amazing game week. Flecken getting a clean sheet, 6 points. Not many goalkeepers managed to get a clean sheet this game week, so I'm really happy. I kept faith with Flecken. He came back from his, I think, appendicitis incredibly quickly, which is pretty remarkable, to be honest, and yet kept the clean sheet, 6 points. Cash, the only blank in the entire team, losing his clean sheet. I probably wouldn't have started Cash if I had a different defender to play, but yeah, still all right with the 2 points there. Tsimikas, 6 points. He was my transfer in. I moved on Udogie to Tsimikas, and yeah, I got incredibly lucky with that. Udogie ended up being subbed off before 60 minutes. I think he was carrying a little niggle. So yeah, Tsimikas replaced him in my team and he got a clean sheet, and Udogie unfortunately didn't for you owners, but yeah, incredibly fortunate transfer for me there, getting 5 points there and rolling the other transfer. Trippier getting his regular 10 points. I don't really need to say any more about Trippier, do I? Clean sheets, attacking threat, getting bonus points. Just, you know, that's what Trippier does. Salah getting 16 points. My armband was on Salah at the start of the week, but yeah, I shifted to Haaland. I just had a better feeling about Haaland, and yeah, I should have stuck with my gut, gone with Salah, but yeah, very happy he was still in the team with the 16 points there. Really contributed towards the green arrow. Maddison getting 9 points, really nice on the Friday. I know that Son went considerably higher. He got 14, I think it was, and he wasn't in the team, but yet Maddison pretty much covered me for those Son points, which was a bit of a relief. Same can be said about Alvarez getting me 9 points, covered for Watkins, 11 points, was a bit of a relief. And Burmo as well, getting 14. I said I'm just going to give him Burmo one more game week, see what he does against this really nice Burnley fixture, and what do you know? 14 points. Really happy from him. Made me consider maybe not getting rid of him, but no, he's definitely gone from my team next week. Just really happy I kept him for that haul. He's got 4 very tough fixtures coming up, I think Brentford have. So yeah, Burmo's definitely on the chopping block. Neto getting 4 points yet again. If you watch the game, he honestly could have got so many more points in that game. He looked absolutely electric. Really happy to keep him around just because he's so cheap and he can go on the bench when he's got tough fixtures. Wilson getting me 6 points as well. Again, someone who I just happen to keep in the team. Really kind of want to get rid of him, but yeah, getting me 6 points. Not really worth transferring him out for this game week. Really nice. And of course, Haaland also getting a goal. So yeah, just a ridiculous amount of returns from the team. Neto, the only attacker as well, not to score. Still got an assist though. And yeah, Cash, the only defender not to keep a clean sheet. So honestly, a ridiculous game week. And this kind of just shows you, even if you're at quite high rank right now, one really good game week can send you absolutely catapulted up the ranks. I was inside the top 100k on Saturday, but I only had 2 players after that, and the likes of Watkins, Bowen, Son, really popular players, ended up shortening that green arrow considerably. But yeah, still really happy with how the game week has gone. So moving into game week 10, I don't have a wild card, so I'm hopefully this is going to be a bit helpful for you guys who don't have a wild card. I used it in game week 5. And yeah, I'm okay with how the team looks, to be honest. This is currently how the team would be if I was to make no transfers. This is what I would do. But I've got 2 free transfers, so I'm definitely making a transfer. I'm very likely going to be making 2 or 3 because there are a number of players who I really want to get in for this game week. The player there on the side, one of them, Bukayo Saka. I think he definitely has to be in the team. He's a captaincy shout this game week. I think Salah, Haaland, Watkins and Saka are all fantastic captaincy shouts. You could even throw Trippier in there as well. So I think I want all of them in my team. Watkins, I've got a very easy route to get into. Wilson out for Watkins. I've got that's wrong actually. I don't have 0.2 in the bank. I have 0.6 in the bank. So actually, I'll update the graphic, so that will be correct. I have 0.6 in the bank, which is enough to upgrade Wilson to Watkins in the team. So that's pretty simple, right? But the problem there is, how do I get in Saka? Because then I don't have any money to upgrade anyone like Mbermo to Saka. So if I was to do Mbermo to Saka and I was to do Wilson to Watkins, I would have to downgrade someone to be able to afford them both. And that would either be one of Diaby or Maddison. Now, if I downgrade Maddison, I have about 6 million in the bank. So someone like a Gordon could come in. He's a really nice asset, I think. And Diaby could go down to someone like either Souček or Palmer. It could be another one. But I'm not really too keen on either of those moves. The main reason being, I really want to get in Bowen as well, but I'm okay foregoing Bowen for one game week. So having Maddison's really nice because he then has the Chelsea fixture, pretty tough on paper, and then Bowen obviously has his amazing run of fixtures, but I just get him a week late. And yeah, I think Bowen's an absolutely fantastic asset, just keeps returning, such a talisman for that West Ham team. And there's also another player I'd love to get in, Ben White. I would like an Arsenal defender, and I just think Ben White is the top asset. I know he's not being considered by many FPL experts because he's a bit more expensive than the other Arsenal defenders. I just really like his attacking output. I know in terms of the statistics and the metrics, it's not really coming out as much, but he's the kind of player who, especially in these games when Arsenal have a lot of control, a lot of possession, he will be stood really high up in the pit on the pitch. He'll be swinging in those crosses, and as we've seen against, I think it was Bournemouth, he also gets in the box and on the end of headers, on the end of corners, and crosses. So I just think he's an amazing asset. I'm okay not getting him in if it means I can afford everyone else, but I would really like to get in White. So getting in Watkins, Saka and White, there's only really one way I can feasibly do that, and that is selling Haaland. He is really in my thoughts to get rid of, just because Haaland is obviously an incredibly good asset, but I don't think he's the best asset in the game right now. I don't even think he's in my top 2, maybe not even my top 3 assets in the game. I think Salah is a definitively better asset. I think Watkins is absolutely incredible at the moment. He needs to be in my team. And I think even Saka's got a better shot than Haaland, and maybe even Trippier as well. So I think I'm all right foregoing Haaland if I can afford everyone else. The issue is, I just don't think I can use the funds everywhere else. Even having the most expensive midfield that I could possibly want, and downgrading Wilson is still not enough money. I would have to have someone like Trent in the defence to be able to use all the funds. So at the moment, I've got 3 transfer plans in my thoughts. The first being Wilson to Watkins. Simple. I roll a Nava transfer, and to be honest, being patient has rewarded me a lot recently. I've only made 1 transfer in the last 2 game weeks, and I'm now from 1.6 million to nearly just under 300k. So it's been really helping me out quite a bit. But that does unfortunately mean I have to play in Burmo against Chelsea. Maybe that's not the end of the world. Maybe Brentford can really get on with, get some form back. But I'm not too keen on doing that. And also it means I don't have Saka in the team, who I think is a really good captaincy shout this game week. The second option is, like I said, Wilson to Watkins, and Burmo to Saka, and then I downgrade someone, whoever that is. Downgrading Trippier is a possibility, but I'm really not too keen on getting rid of Trippier, so it will probably be Maddison to Gordon, I think would probably be the downgrade I make. Again, Maddison is an incredibly good asset. I'd love to have him in the team, but you just can't have everyone. Son is someone else I'd absolutely love to have, but I just don't know how I get him into the team. So yeah, and then the third option is, of course, selling Haaland to Watkins, benching Wilson, and then getting Mbermo to Saka, and then downgrading one of Bell or Bayer, who are just stinking up my bench at the moment, to Ben White, and playing a 4-4-2. And the nice thing about that is that when we get to game week 11, White and Neto rotate really well. White has that difficult game against Newcastle. I can bench him for that and just play Neto instead. And then I have all that money in the bank to potentially upgrade someone else. I could downgrade Wilson as well, go up to a Son. It gives me a lot of flexibility. But of course it means going without Haaland, which, to be honest, going out of Haaland has probably worked out really well in these 2 weeks. But if I'm going to sell Haaland, it's going to be this game week. Because after this game week, he plays Bournemouth. Definitely don't want to get rid of him for that. And then there's only 4 difficult fixtures left for City, and it becomes less and less, you gain less and less the longer it takes you to do. So really well done, those of you who've sold Haaland at the moment. And I don't think we have to worry about you don't have to worry about getting him back in yet, because you know that's 6 game weeks. That's a challenge for you to have in 6 game weeks time. It might mean getting a hit for him, but it's Haaland. If you're expecting him to haul, taking a hit to get in Haaland is not. You don't have to worry about that really. So yeah, that's currently my thoughts. The mini league team of the game week, I was first for the whole of Saturday. And then this guy, Fred Stowe, comes along. A lot of you overtook me, by the way, on the Sunday and the Monday. But yeah, Fred Stowe with 112 points. I was just short of the 100 club myself. But yeah, absolutely smashed it. The captaincy on Salah, of course. Son, Maddison, Fernandes, Alvarez, Watkins, all hauling, not even just scoring. Maybe Fernandes is in a haul, but honestly, 9 points is massive. And then the triple Newcastle defence there, all coming in clutch. A really interesting strategy there. Porro as well, instead of a doggy getting the points. And then only the 1 point from Areola, but you can't complain too much with the entire rest of the team returning. So really well done to you there, Fred. An absolutely massive score. And the highest score that we've seen so far in the mini league. So yeah, absolutely incredible. And then of course the team of the game week leaderboard, we now Marianne is still top of the leaderboard, but we've got a couple there with 1 gold and 1 silver. Of course, you get a gold for being the top scorer in the game week, a silver for being second, and a bronze for being third. It was actually really tight this game week. 2 people got the gold medal and 1 person therefore got a bronze. So the bronze people have now been knocked off the leaderboard. You need to have a silver now to even be on the leaderboard. And then there's all the golds there as well. But I am keeping track of absolutely everybody that is getting a top 10 finish and also getting those bronze medals. So there's somebody I think who might have a couple bronzes and then a couple top 10s. So if they get a gold, they shoot up the rankings. So yeah, really exciting to see. I'm really happy with how this leaderboard is developing. There's not many now. There's not many managers in the league who have been there from the start that don't have a top 10 finish at the moment. And I'm one of them. I've not been in the top 10 yet. I was very, very close this game week, probably the closest I've been so far, even with my massive green arrow. But yeah, some of you absolutely smashed it with the likes of Son, Watkins. A really, really interesting game week. And that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Please get down in the comments, who is your captain going to be? I'm probably not going to be captaining Haaland. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm stuck between Salah and then either Saka or Watkins, who I'll get in. I'm currently about 60%, I'd say, on Salah at the moment, just because I think he's got the potential to go absolutely massive, doesn't he? But Saka and Watkins really do like 2 phenomenal assets as well, so they could easily be my captain. Yeah, who's going to be your captain for Game Week 10, and who are your transfers going to be? Also, from the free ideas that I had, let me know which one of those is your favourite in terms of transfers, and if there's a different one that you would suggest for me, because I do obviously need to use a transfer, but I would love to take a hit, as that's kind of my style of play, but being patient has really rewarded me so far, so maybe taking a hit isn't the best idea. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next FPL video.